Yeah. So
like now, back to George Adams. Now, he's a very cool guy back in the days. Like his name just carry on like the Bruck up, because a lot of people from Jamaica know him as George Adams and know that he was just Brucking up back then and carry that legacy and only in Jamaica.
but it hit the States too.
Right.
Everybody in the States was doing it.
Yeah.
In New York, especially Brooklyn.
Right. But then everybody get it twisted because Bruck up. Dancing go way back before Bruck up. Break dancing.
Yeah, we know
break dancing go way before Bruck up was even Bruck up and
yeah, we can see the history of dancing.
I ain't gonna lie. I started pop locking first. Pop locking. I was popping, then locking before I was Bruck up.
Before you seen the reggae dance.
I wasn't really fucking with because Bruck up was really face movements and body movements.
Okay, so
that's
what inspired you to do the West Coast hip hop styles, or even like the b-boy? So all the West Coast hip hop styles, which would be everything like Boogaloo, Shrimp, and Poppin' Taco, Poppin' Pete, these dudes is doing, and then you have Crazy Legs, Rocksteady Crew, they do all the b-boy stuff. So which one were you doing first before you saw all the Bruck up stuff?
I was pop locking.
So you was doing all the West Coast stuff?
Right. I was pop locking.
Okay.
I was pop locking, and then my boy, I had like two right hand mans, which was, they still is like back to this same day.
Okay.
My man Bezo, the homie Bezo, and make a long story short, and my man Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, big shout outs, a lot of shout outs to my man Michael.
And they introduced you to the dance?
Nah, I introduced. They was dancing when I was dancing. They was rolling with the wave. So they already knew what type of time I was already on when I was dancing then.
All right.
And a lot of my female homegirls before I even had kids or made families or even started my creation, like. My shit goes a long way. Like I was like, forget boroughs. I was parties, school. I don't got kicked out of like 5 school, no joke. And then I had to go back to like get my GED. As long as I got my GED, that was it. Then that's when everything hit the fan. Wow, I had my first kid.
All right, before we get there,
right. Oh yeah.
Where did you now mix all your West Coast hip hop styles with the Bruck up, if you did so?
Oh, combine everything together?
Right. Where did you start to formulate your own identity? Because I will believe that you don't look like what you saw.
Right. Later down the line, after I started pop locking, I started just popping. I just started popping. I wasn't locking no more. I was just straight popping. Okay. Straight popping, and then that's when I started getting nice. That's when I caught up to Bruck up. I ain't know his name was George Adams.
Where did you clash with him at?
This was at Empire Boulevard. Back in the days.
What, y'all was on the boulevard itself or in the skating ring?
We was in the skating ring.
What's so monumental about this Empire skating ring that a lot of dancers would be there?
That was the getaway where everybody go at and see their opponents and it just be on.
So it was like ATL Cascade.
Right.
That's dope.
It was like and that's when the skate key was popping back then.
Yeah.
Around that era, I was going back and forth. I was at the skate key on Sundays, and then at Empire, I was at Empire on Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay.
And then on Sundays, I would go to skate key because Empire be closed after. They be closed down on Saturday. So then the next thing be open on a Sunday will be the skate key. Okay. And I used to be at the skate key too.
So now
I murdered the skate key too.
Yeah. So what's your experience like when you battled Bruck up, if you could remember that? What was that?
Oh man, it was the.
What was your thoughts when you saw this man, not knowing who he was?
Right. I'm like, Bruck up. Oh, that's how I thought in my head. Oh shit, this is Bruck up? Okay. Oh man, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go hard. That's what I just. And then from then, that's when I went hard. It was, I still remember from the same day. It was it was a whole bunch of dancers in there. Wyclef was in there. They had Busta Rhymes. They even had they had Bingy. Well, I had a lot of dancers in there, but a lot of dancers got murdered. That's it. It was a big bashment. It was a big bashment. Yeah, it was a bashment.
Okay, and this is when the dancers would really give it up. So who are some dances you can remember from the time you growing up in Brooklyn that name was ringing, where you knew if you run into them, you gotta dun them or they gonna dun you?
Right. Well, I got a couple of dances that I still remember, like my man, back in the days. Let me see. I gotta really think who I was really running into and who was really like banging out. Let me see. Corey, my man Corey.
From where?
From Suspects.
Okay. So you ready to the Suspects crew a lot?
Yeah, I murdered the Suspects crew too.
So what was your battle? So you battled Bingy before?
Bingy.
What was that battle?
Reggie too.
Oh, you battled Reggie from Hyperactive Main Event Ringmasters?
Yeah, Reggie.
What was those battles like? What was your battle with like with Bingy?
Man, it was fun. It was fun because it was coming from a different standard. Like they would see my standard and I would see their standard of dancing.
So everybody really had a style.
Right, everybody had a style for style. Back then it was style for style. Now it's just loose for loose. I see people just get loose for loose. They just get loose.
So they not styling.
They don't even get light no more. They getting loose.
They not styling.
Right, they ain't getting light no more.
Not styling. Y'all gotta get y'all styles together.
Right, it's going on 2021. So people gotta get their labor up. If they on labor, they gotta get off that labor.
You know what I'm saying? Told you lazy dancers don't prosper too far.
Right, cause I could have took this real far in people that I done taught. I don't taught. We ain't gonna get it there yet. I done taught a lot of dancers too.
Alright, we're gonna get there. So, what was it your battle like against Reg from Ringmasters?
Oh man, Reggie. Me and him was the same height and like his glide and my glide mixed with.
Oh, he had a glide back then?
He had a glide back then. He had a glide and a wave. He was mixed together. He used to like mix it. Like he'd glide and then he'd wave.
Okay.
He'd glide, then he'd wave.
So he ain't have all the pop mechanics, no pausing.
Nope, he ain't have no pausing mechanic. Back in the days, none of them had pausing mechanic. Like they just had real popping, like sturdy popping. Like their body posture could be forward. They could pop forward, and keep on popping forward. Back then, yeah, it was different. People used to pop with just one hand and then move one arm over and still pop, pow, and move, bow, and just keep popping, bow, and just keep popping. Like me, whatever came to my imagination, I was busting, and then I had the whole crowd everywhere I went. Like everybody, they knew when I popped out. Like forget.
So would you say you have more wins than losses?
I had more wins. I never lost. I only lost about, I could say once or twice.
To who that you can remember?
To some real dancers. I've been up to some real dancers. I can't really go back and go back.
Alright, if you can remember where they from. Were they New York dancers, Brooklyn dancers?
Nah, cause I've been real far.
Alright, that's cool.
No, I was out of New York. This when I left New York. I've been other places too.
That's good. That's good.
Besides Boston, I was down south too, murdered some dancers down south.
Okay.
But these in Boston, I ran into like them shata dancers. I murdered a lot of shata dancers. Yeah. I be making my shit. Forget about just naming people. I don't murder a lot of people and seeing real
dancing.
Like real dancing niggas. Like I could say like a Marion type of niggas that I be running into like, oh shit.
Oh, that's really, really nice.
Oh shit, where you from? Niggas be like, nah, I'm from Cali, but I'm just out here visiting. I'm like, what? I ran into niggas like that. True story.
And they was giving you run.
Giving me a little run, cause it's a type of way that I could watch a person dance, and that's it. I'm gonna mix my shit and then do your shit and then murder you with your own shit and then mix my own shit and then mix my shit in so many ways. I'm gonna murder you with your own moves.
Okay.
I did that a whole lot of times.
Alright, so
Like the same thing Bruck used to do, jump in the air. You know that favorite move, he jump all the way in the air and he goes like this. Woo!
okay.
That same dance he did in Empire. I did that shit and did the worm. And murdered him. People was like, yo, what the fuck? I never seen. Yo, when I jumped in the air, real high, I used to jump hurdles and shit, so that's
Okay.
how I learned how to mix my most of my Olympics with dancing, and that's
Okay.
how I could conquer some shit real fast. Hell yeah.
Alright, so
Yes, sir.
okay. As you get older, you progress. The Bruck up scene is starting to fade away because maybe to people the dance hall music is not the same. It's transforming in a way where it's like it ain't what it used to be. Because even in the
Right.
dance hall scene, it's like not
It's a
too much.
mix-up.
Yeah, it's like it's not. It's like Bogle said. I remember Bogle said one time, like pretty much the dances that a lot of dance hall dancers are making is like so exercised, like you punching a girl away. So it's,
Right.
the dancing is not inviting the women, and you could really see like the divide in a lot of parties that men don't dance with women no more
Right,
like that.
you gotta touch their soul. You gotta touch these women's soul now. Cause back then that's how we was doing it. We was
Right.
touching the lady's soul and it was like, oh shit, like bounce along. Most of them videos like bounce along. I was in like most
Oh,
of
you
them.
participate in a lot of these videos?
Yeah, but I just sit back on the side and watch the other dancers dance. Like I like to give niggas they shine. Like it wasn't all about me or all about what I do back in the days. Like I sit back and watch other niggas like they get their shine on. Like other people back then didn't let niggas do that. Like for real. Like I used to sit back and then even though I'm mad, I'm super nice. I just watched other niggas like I murdered the hell out of mad people and niggas couldn't even like get up to my